Today, we're diving into something that sounds incredibly dry, but is actually the secret weapon, or hidden landmine, in nearly every business sale: representations and warranties. Or, as I like to call them, the promises and penalties. Imagine this: you've built your company from the ground up, and finally, a buyer is on the hook. You've agreed on a price, shaken hands, and now a stack of paper arrives: the purchase agreement. And right in the middle, staring back at you, is Article 4 representations of the seller. For the seller, Article 4 is a series of statements about your business. You're essentially swearing, under penalty of financial pain, that everything you've told the buyer is true, and that your company looks exactly like the picture you've painted. Think of these as the representations, the snapshots of your company's health. You're saying, my financials are accurate, our intellectual property is solid, we don't have any secret lawsuits brewing, our customer contracts are valid, everything's above board. But it's the warranties that turn these promises into potential problems. The warranties are your personal guarantee that those snapshots remain true for a specified period after the sale. And this, my friends, is where the movie trailer gets dramatic. Let's paint a picture. The celebratory champagne is chilling. You're dreaming of that yacht in the Caribbean. But then, 6 months post-sale, the buyer discovers a significant defect in your product, or a compliance issue, or perhaps a major client churns because of a problem that existed before the sale. They're not just going to absorb that loss. Oh no. They're going to pull out that purchase agreement, flip to Article 4, and say, hold on a minute, you warranted that X, Y, and Z were true? They weren't. We've incurred damages. And here's the kicker. Typically, a chunk of your sale proceeds, often 10, 15, sometimes even 20%, is held back in an escrow account. It's like financial purgatory for your hard-earned cash. If a breach of those reps and warranties occurs, the buyer can make a claim against that escrow, and your money? Gone. This escrow period can last 18 to 24 months, a very long time to wonder if your future vacation fund is safe. For the seller, the disclosure letter becomes their shield. This is where you proactively tell the buyer about any exceptions to your general promises. Yes, we said no lawsuits, but there's a disgruntled former employee threatening to sue for unfair dismissal, and here are the details. By disclosing, you shift the risk back to the buyer. If they still buy the company knowing about the threat, they can't later claim it was a breach of your warranty. Now let's look at this from both sides. How do the seller and the buyer view these critical clauses? The seller's perspective is, I've built this company, poured my life into it. I know it better than anyone. These R&Ws feel like nagging doubts, an erosion of trust, and a delay in getting all my money. The seller's goal is to minimize liability, get maximum cash at closing, and reduce the escrow period. Their dream is a clean exit. The seller's tactics are extensive, detailed disclosure letter, push for shorter survival periods for the reps and warranties, negotiate a smaller escrow amount, maybe even look into reps and warranties insurance, where an insurance company takes on some of that post-closing risk. The buyer's perspective is, we're investing millions, sometimes billions, based on what the seller is telling us. We need protection against hidden problems. These R&Ws are our safety net, our insurance policy against unknowns. The buyer's goal is to maximum protection. Ensure the company they're buying is truly what they think it is. The buyer's tactics are broad reps and warranty statements, longer survival periods for the warranties, a larger escrow amount, and they will scrutinize that disclosure letter with a fine-tooth comb. So, you can see what feels like a burden to one is essential protection for the other. It's a classic tug-of-war in any M&A deal. Understanding these different perspectives is key to navigating the negotiations successfully.